Budget resolution number 75 of 2025, adopting the city of Auburn budget for the fiscal year 2025-2026 through this process. Councilor Wilson, second by Councilor Clark.
Budget resolution is 75 of 2025, whereas the city manager has presented to the city council a final proposed budget for the 2025-2026 fiscal year, which encompasses the various funds of the city. Whereas a public hearing on the final budget was duly held before council on May 22nd, 2025. Whereas city council wishes to adopt said recommended budget, now therefore be it resolved, the city council of the city of Auburn hereby, one, adopts the 2025-26 general fund budget in the amount of $49,891,620.63, with the amount of $14,859,889 to be raised by property taxes based on the 2025-26 taxable assessed valuation of $1,265,502,490, which will produce a tax rate of $11.742283 per $1,000 of taxable assessed valuation. Two, adopts the 2025-2026 Business Improvement District levy in the amount of $130,935 to be raised by special district taxes based upon the 2025-2026 taxable assessed valuation of $61,041,457,000, which will produce a tax rate of $2.145018 per $1,000 of taxable assessed valuation within the Business Improvement District. Three, adopts the 2025-26 Power Utility Fund budget in the amount of $857,420.48. Four, adopts the 2025-26 Combined Solid Waste Fund budget in the amount of $4,926,657.83. Five, adopts the 2025-26 Water Fund budget in the amount of $7,071,647.90. And six, adopts the 2025-26 Sewer Fund budget in the amount of $8,785,453.51. And it'll take effect immediately.
Thank you. Questions, discussion? I know that it's been a difficult budget process. I want to acknowledge staff for the work that they've done to get us to this point. You know, I say all the time, when we talk about the fee schedule we just voted on, or the budget that we're about to vote on, there's 100% transparency around this process. We sit here for weeks on end and we talk about how we're spending every dollar. At the beginning of the meeting, we talked about a significant rain event that happened earlier this week. That's what your taxes pay for, the response that happened that night. When I called Mr. Jensen, he'd already activated everybody in the sewer department to go address the dangerous spots in the city. I had a frantic call from a constituent on Meadowbrook Drive who had flooding. It was up over the tires of her car in her driveway. They called us because they needed help. This is what taxes pay for. When you call the fire department, when you call the police department, when you need an ambulance, when you turn on your spigot, when you flush your toilet, when your garbage gets picked up, that's what your taxes are paying for. We don't make money off of this, we break even. This is what it costs, and I want to acknowledge everybody who provides those services on a daily basis. We do it phenomenally. I'm proud of the work that everybody does here. And again, we do it and we show what it costs. And this is what it costs. And this is an issue across the state. There has not been good partnership from the state of New York. We've talked about that repeatedly. We will continue our efforts to get adequate and proper funding here. I know some critics say that we shouldn't rely on the state or the federal government. I disagree. I encourage anybody to try to balance a municipal budget at the local level without state and federal funding. I say to you, good luck. That is our money coming back to us. So with that, please call the roll.
Counselor Kent,
Yes.
Counselor Overstreet Wilson,
Yes.
Counselor Cuddy,
Yes.
Counselor Clarko,
Aye.
and Mayor Gentine.
Before I go, I forget one additional thing that I need to mention. There was a little hiccup in the budget process in the last couple of days. Since the inception of the crossing guard program, the city of Auburn has paid for that. There has been other instances of things like that, like the SRO program. And over time, we worked with the school district to redistribute those costs. We did that for the labor in the SRO program. School district is a very good partner in that. Previous Superintendent Chuck Berzolo worked with us. We did that over a period of 3 years so that it was equitable, so that the taxpayers across the school district, rather than just the taxpayers in the city of Auburn, were absorbing that cost. And we're hoping to get that done with the crossing guards. We have budgeted half of that program, and right now, that's what's budgeted. We are committed to working with the school district to find a way forward to budget the other half of that. We will continue to address things like that. While the SPO program has been moved to the school district's budget, there are costs for vehicles, equipment that the city is still paying for. And as time goes on, we need to reassign those costs so that it's adequately being paid for and the tax burden is shared where it should be shared. So I just wanted to make note of that.